Thousands of mariachi musicians will be in the Alamo City this weekend for the 29th annual Mariachi Extravaganza competition.
The winners will open for the esteemed Mariachi Nuevo Tecatitlán tomorrow night at the Lila Cockrell Theater. And among the only 3 or 4 local high schools representing San Antonio is Harlandale High School.
Sarah Costa and photojournalist Azian Bermea had the opportunity to speak with some of the Harlandale mariachi students about what this all means to them.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1. Together.
It makes it like really nervous, especially since there are like 3 high schools from San Antonio. We want to show like what we can do to the rest of the valley, you know.
So this is actually going to be our first year competing at the Extravaganza. Now, we've competed in other events, but this one is one of the major events, probably the biggest event around that you can imagine here in the state of Texas.
Right before the singing, right before the first singing.
We'll have like 3 pages to memorize photo music. It's probably the hardest part.
No, come on.
I like how it sounds. I really get into playing. Like once I hear all the other instruments, I just go away. Everything goes away from me.
Friday is when the varsity students will have their clinic, and they'll compete on Friday as well.
It's got to be a little like hesitation. It can't just be dun, dun, no, dun.
Anytime you come out on top, you get bragging rights, number 1, of course. You get to be on one of the biggest stages out there as well, to be able to open for one of the largest groups, well-known groups in the world.
I'm the first person to be a mariachi in my family, but it was always like a thing for us, like if it was somebody's birthday or we're celebrating a quince or something, where there has to be mariachis playing. So it just like makes my family proud.
Get in the moment, so just like enjoy what you're playing, like have fun with it. Have fun with what you're playing, don't really think much about it.
Makes me feel good, like I'm representing something that I love, so it just like puts me out there.
Sarah Costa, KSAT12 News.
There are only 4 local high schools representing San Antonio in this competition. They are competing against teams from all over the country, states like Nevada and Washington. The competition started today, the finals tomorrow afternoon at the Lila Cockrell Theater.
Wish them all
good luck.
Yeah. Taking a look around America now, the Republican National Committee may soon allow unsanctioned debates. GOP officials are expected to consider a proposal next week that would allow candidates to take part in presidential debates not approved by the party. If adopted, the change could lead to more debates being held ahead of the early nominating contests in Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. Several Republican presidential candidates have criticized the RNC over the exclusivity pledge, arguing it has prevented meaningful conversations at different forums.
A federal judge temporarily halted Montana's TikTok ban. A U.S. district judge, found the ban carried more interest in China's role in TikTok than protecting Montana consumers. Under the law, the app would be prohibited from operating within state lines with potential fines of $10,000 per day. Montana's Governor Greg Gianforte actually signed it into law in May, saying it was necessary to protect Montanans' personal data, quote, from the Chinese Communist Party, end quote. The law was challenged by TikTok and a group of the app's content creators. They argued in part the ban infringes on their First Amendment rights.
Another moment for the history books on Capitol Hill today. The House of Representatives voting to remove New York Congressman George Santos from office.
Only a few people have ever been removed. ABC's Liz Landers with how this vote transpired.
For only the 6th time in U.S. history, a member of Congress has been expelled from the House of Representatives.
2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted.
105 Republicans and 206 Democrats voted to remove Santos, who left the floor of the House before the vote had even finished, telling reporters on his way out,
I no longer have to answer a single question to you guys.
Republican House leadership did not vote to remove Santos, with Speaker Mike Johnson expressing concern about that precedent in recent days. Florida Representative Byron Donald saying he was frustrated with the process.
I am not saying what George Santos is accused of is good, but he is allowed to have it adjudicated in court like every citizen of our country.
But a number of House Republicans led the effort in recent weeks to expel their colleague, the third attempt at doing so.
There's a standard of conduct that we are going to uphold. George Santos, former member of Congress, fell very short of that.
And Democrats voted overwhelmingly to do so, too. They pointed out that Santos is facing 23 felony charges to which he's pleaded not guilty.
And let's remember that George Santos is likely to go to jail.
Republicans now with an even slimmer majority in the House as they try to move critical pieces of legislation, like additional aid for Israel and Ukraine, in the coming weeks. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has 10 days from being notified of the vacancy to announce a special election. According to New York law, that election must take place within the next 3 months. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Coming up next, a life-saving rescue in Tennessee. See how first responders were able to save a farmer's life after he fell into a grain bin. Next. A race against time after a terrifying accident in Tennessee. A farmer was buried up to his neck in corn when he fell into a grain bin.
Nick Barris reports he survived thanks to quick action from first responders who say these accidents are often deadly.
Here you see those rescuers inside the grain bin working frantically to save a man's life. A farmer in Lawrence County found himself suddenly trapped in a huge mound of corn. Rescuers compare it to being caught in quicksand.
It's a force that pulls you down and, collapses on top of you at the same time and puts an immense amount of pressure on your body.
First responders called to the scene used ropes to rappel down into the grain bin from above. Once inside, they found the man nearly buried completely in corn.
Right. The initial call we got was he was buried to his neck. He was covered to just right below his mouth.
Fate intervened. Another inch or two and the farmer would have suffocated to death. But he was conscious and breathing as crews here started installing something called a Great Wall device, hammering it down around his body to hold the loose corn back. Then a vacuum was used to begin removing the corn until the man could finally be freed. After that, he was removed through an emergency side access door on the bin, incredibly unharmed. Considering so many of these incidents end badly, first responders were gratified by this result. They trained for these very rescues with equipment like this specialized grain bin rescue truck, often paid for by donations from the farmers themselves.
In a business where we have a lot of losses, it's good to have a win. And I'm proud of everybody.
Wow.
That is wild.
Yeah, it really is. And he is very lucky.
Yes, and what they used to put down around him, I didn't even know that existed.
Yep. Huh. All right, 63 degrees out there right now. Hopefully the haikus are behind us.
Excuse me.
And more sunny days are to come.
That's as sunny as it gets in my mind, my wonderful haiku. And it gets even sunnier. You know why? 'Tis the season. Homemade thermometer ornament giveaway. Catherine Stein of San Antonio. I just sent you an email. You won the homemade thermometer ornament today. 100% handcrafted, including the wood cutout here, the Texas, blowing the glass, filling it, sealing it, calibrating it, making the scale, everything. Go to KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing. We're going to talk more about what you can expect this weekend. Our temperature spreads every day, comfortably cool in the mornings and then pleasant afternoons, and when we could see our next chance of rain coming up.
The man charged with killing a 4-year-old boy in a drive-by in 2017 is going to trial next week. Today, Quentin Phillips rejected a plea deal in this case. Phillips, along with Terrell Chase and John Chapman, were all arrested and charged for the death of De'Arvion Whitley in 2020. Phillips' trial is set to start on Tuesday.
The city of San Antonio letting people keep track of dangerous dogs in their neighborhoods. Animal Care Services released a searchable registry for dogs that have been deemed dangerous. There are currently 123 dangerous dogs in the database. You can search for dangerous dogs by city council districts if you like.
A federal appeals court ruling today that Texas must take the border buoys out of the water. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a federal court's ruling from over the summer. The appeals court panel says the state should have gotten permission from the Army Corps of Engineers before placing those buoys in the Rio Grande. Governor Abbott has not responded to this ruling. And that's your 60-second recap.
What a great Friday this was. I'm just hoping the weekend equals what today was like. I mean, it was beautiful. The sunset was great. All in all, a beautiful day in South Texas.
More of this ahead, yes, all the way through the weekend and even next week. We'll have a nice steady stream of high, thin cirrus clouds streaming overhead. And we had some mid-level clouds as well. Take a look at another shot just after sunset. That's a beautiful picture from downtown. And this is a good color, fiery sunset with some blue accents. I like the way they put that. Blue accents. Incredible evening sky. Oh, look at that bright color. Just beautiful. I mean, really hard to beat a sunset like this around here. Again, I give it a 10 out of 10. Rarely do I give them a 10 out of 10. I'll tell you why I give this one a 10 out of 10 is because of the extra texture to the base of the clouds, making it, I think, a little more vibrant. And here's our time lapse. Oh, I love capturing this on our live cam, and we're right on the edge of that cloud deck. That was so cool to see the edge of the clouds. It's not every day you've got a thick deck of clouds and then you're right on the edge of it and you see where the clouds stop and start, but that's where we were today. Our visible satellite imagery shows that from most of the day today, and then the high clouds obscured it just a little bit closer to sunset. Thicker clouds off to the east, not as vibrant of a sunset east of I-35 and east of I-37. And we even had a few showers in this area closer to the Gulf coastline, Goliad, Victoria, even toward Lavaca County and points eastward, and still some showers there, a little more upper level support to help get that action going. The clouds are going to hold tight closer to the Gulf Coast and east of town. That's going to act as a blanket overnight. In turn, most of us in the 40s where we have the clear sky, but underneath those clouds, we'll have morning temperatures in the 50s. So that blanket impacting temperatures a little bit. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference. Whereas if it was colder outside, it could mean the difference between freezing and not freezing. But that's not the case. None of us will get near freezing anytime soon, not within the foreseeable future. So Uvalde, Hondo, 46 in the morning, downtown 49, Stone Oak 48, Timberwood Park at 44 degrees. And we'll have several mornings here in the mid 40s, so pleasant, but we do warm up quickly in this kind of weather pattern, and we'll have afternoons then in the 70s. So comfortably cool mornings and pleasant afternoons. Notice how the morning temperatures rise a bit as we get into the middle and end of next week. And actually, by this time next week, a morning temperature a good 10 degrees above average, and that's with an increase of mugginess. Now, this is something we don't see often. Our temperature for the month. Check out month of November. Exactly average. Usually it's at least a little above or a little below for the month. No, we came in plus or minus 0.0 degrees compared to average. So that's something for you. Dew points in the 40s to near 50. We'll have an even drier push of air Sunday into Monday. So you're not going to feel the humidity this weekend or early next week. By the end of next week, we'll have the return flow off the Gulf of Mexico. That'll boost the dew points back near 60 by this time next week. So it will feel muggy again, kind of like that mugginess we felt yesterday. That's going to return by this time next week. Until then, we'll have a lack of that humidity in the air. Tomorrow afternoon, we're in the 70s, mid 70s. Same story on Sunday. Mixture of sun and clouds, a lot of cirrus clouds streaming overhead. And that, I think, will make for some vibrant sunrises and sunsets. So feel free to submit your photos on KSAT Connect. Then we can all see them and share them.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
Einstein and penguins coming up in the bus. To the buzz, and an Albert Einstein signed program from 1946 sold at auction for $5,000. The program was from Einstein's visit to Lincoln University, a historically black college and university in Pennsylvania.
The German scientist was invited by the university's president to receive an honorary degree. During the event, Einstein spoke out against racism. According to auctioneers, the program was bought by an American collector.
Nice piece.
The Memphis Zoo is sharing some good news. It announced a newly hatched African black-footed penguin. They're endangered, so this little guy is pretty special.
Yeah, his name is Elrond, as a nod to the Lord of the Rings. His parents are Pippin and Betty, and keepers say they are taking very good care of him. All right, messy car eaters fear no more. Chipotle has created a car napkin holder for when you're eating burritos on the go.
Do you eat burritos on the go?
I
Who
do
eats
not.
a burrito on the go?
Yeah.
It is inspired by fans who keep a stash of napkins in their glove box or center console. The holder costs $30 and includes a free entree card.
Seems a little pricey.
Yeah, I
don't
would
know.
think so.
Just me.
New Jersey police corralled a deer running wild inside of an elementary school in Toms River over the Thanksgiving weekend. This was all caught on police body cam video. A man walking his dog saw the deer crash through the school's glass window and called police.
Yeah, police chased the deer through a hallway before it opened up a classroom door. Police shouted no, no as the deer nuzzled its way into a classroom on top of bookshelves. They were able to corral this intruder next to an exit door. It was back outside within minutes after this break-in. Maybe this deer was just looking for a little dough.
We gotta go. There is still time to donate to the Share the Shoes campaign. From now through December 12th, you can donate a pair of new shoes or socks. It is through the organization Zapatos.
You can drop off those donations at any of the 7 SAPD substations. They need shoes and socks for toddlers to adult sizes. All the information on KSAT12.
And the beautiful photos just keep coming in of our sunset. You can go on KSAT Weather Authority app and go to KSAT Connect, or even just online, go to KSAT Connect. And this is just a fraction of all of them taken across our area. This is one of the newest ones that just came in at the circus there near Wolf Stadium.
Hard to pick a favorite.
Nice.
Thank you for watching the news at 6.
See you after the game.